So subscribe this channel to know more about the endangered human population and ethnic cultures of India. Namaste to everyone. In this episode, The Living Cultures of India, I am going to bring you the important ethnic vision on the tribal movements in Northeast India, especially on the Reang revolt. I had the opportunity to work for the Man in Search of Man series to document the ethnic films on 75 primitive tribes. While working among the primitive tribes of India, I have the opportunity to visit the Tripura to document the ethnic film on Reang tribe. The Reang is one of the important tribe Northeast India. Majority of us not aware about the Reang tribe. To document the ethnographic film on Reang tribe, I have started from Pondicherry. I went to Delhi. From Delhi to I went to Tripura by flight. I reached Agartala and I had discussions with many scholars from Tribal Research Institute, University of Tripura and other retired professors and scholars who are worked in Tripura region. While collecting the data from the libraries, I came across some of the historical documents on the revolts by the tribes in Tripura region. Among the various revolts and movements which has taken place in the history of Tripura, some of them are KUKI raid in 1860, JAMATIA revolt in 1863, SWADESHI movement in 1905, Reang revolt 1942 and 43, JANA movement 1945 and LUSHAI reform movement in 1946 and 47. Among all these revolts, which I have shown interest is among the Reang revolt, because I am documenting the ethnic film on the Reang tribe. The revolt took place when the Reang society was undergoing a phase of transformation, when they were subject to social oppression by the self-proclaimed Roy and his Chaudharis. Ratnamani's advocacy for reformistic ideology made him a savior for a cohesion cultural pattern. Then Ratnamani was bound to bring reform to the Reang society from the cultural perspective. He found himself advocating for freeing the Reang society from an economic boundaries of the state. Ratnamani and his followers constructed grain godowns that is called as Dharma Gola in the village during the famine period of 1940s. He stored rice taken from the well-to-do village Chaudharis and distributed the same to the poor Reang people in Tripura region. Ratanmani, the hero of Reang tribe, was known as Lokaman Sadhu. His way of life was simple. People say his life was that of a monk, and I was told by the Reang people that he wore Rudraksha garland around his neck, and his disciples also carry garland of Rudraksha. He used to give advice in Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Puranas and Chaitanya, the incarnation of love. The people believed that Ratanmani Reang came to Tripura 7 to 10 years before the Reang uprising began. It was said that in the year 1942-43 there was a religious movement, some say an armed rebellion of Reang in Tripura led by Ratnamani, who declared himself as a king and proclaimed independence. Most of the Indian people, not aware of his greatness, as a respect to pay my tribute, I got the opportunity to visit Reang people to document the ethnographic film on the Reang tribe. In remembering the greatness of the leader and freedom fighter, now I am taking you to the place where Ratnamani had his penance and established himself as a king. And I have the opportunity to meet Reang tribal themselves. I think your name, sir?
My name is Zevi Reang.
Zevi Reang, who is the key informant who took me over here to introduce the chief or the knowledgeable person who is aware of the Reang tribe. Your name?
Surya Kumar Reang. SK Reang.
SK Reang.
SK Reang. You can speak in English.
Yeah, SK Reang.
I am not so expert, of course. Yes, I can understand.
Who is well aware about the Reang tribe. Really, I am happy that I came here. It is an interior area. This ethnic vision will be given to the people of India.
It is really very difficult to identify the Reang villages. With the help of the two Reang leaders, I was successful in identifying the villages. Most of the time, I had to walk long distances. Sometimes, I had to walk in the jungle, crossing the creeks, which you can observe here. These are the people, they have helped me. Without their help, it is very difficult for me to reach the villages to document the ethnic vision. I am thankful to the two Reang leaders who helped me in documenting this film, which is impossible for an outsider to go to these core areas for documenting the film.
Here it was a big village.
Big village.
Okay.
And here is the starting point of Reang movement. Ratnmani, the Reang movement had started from this very place.
This village.
And it was the fourth of that movement, the Reang movement.
Okay.
Here the Ratanmani Reang, he had formed the parallel government against the Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikya.
Okay.
And the pillar of the British rule, we consider. So, here is the place, every day thousands of people comes here.
Reang people.
Here, this is called, this very place is called Tuisar Buha. Tuisar Buha.
Tuisar Guha.
Tuisa, polluted stream. RBUA, Tuisar Buha.
That is a polluted stream.
Polluted stream.
Why you call it a polluted stream?
Because when the wait please, when the rain comes, entire these streams is it becomes very polluted. That is why it is called Tuisar Buha.
Okay.
The water, generally the water is clean, but during the rainy season, extraordinarily the water became very dirty.
Dirty, yes.
That is why it is called polluted stream.
So the people who are inhabited, what happened to them here? Those who are living houses, villages, what happened?
This very place was burned down by the king's soldier.
Which king?
Bir Bikram Manikya, Maharaja Bir Bikram Manikya.
Yes, burnt all the houses.
Yeah, all the houses burned here. And the fort also was cracked down. And people from here, scatteredly they live here and there.
Okay, you are told that women also taken away like that?
This is not only from this place. From all over the Reang village of Tripura, women are taken away, tortured, raped, especially in Bogafa. This is called Bogafa, and Lakshmi Sara, this is Lukho we call, from these places, and Raipara, from these places, people say, well, not only, this is the fort only, this is the starting point only. And from here the movement started.
Okay.
And Ratanmani Reang, he had appointed Rasprasad Chaudhry Reang, that is first tribal minister. He appointed him as a king. he ordained him here in this very place as a king. Then under Rasprasad Reang, there are ministerial form. There are 5 ministers. Now I cannot recollect the name.
Okay.
I have got in my collection. From there, later on I can give you. This is the historical place for the young people, for the Bru people.
Now I am taking you to the place where Ratnamani has taken penance and fought against the rule of the kings and the
The
Britishers.
life of the young people, modern young people started from here. The Ratanmani Reang, he had meditate here. At this very place, see, this is his he sits here. Leader as well as he wanted all the entire people to come up to change their life, entire life.
Especially neglected people.
At the same time, he had revolted against the king. He did not revolted against the king, but he had revolted against the administration of the king. He did not deny the king, but he denied the administration of the king, because the king had treated the young people, the Bru people, so we call Bru people, the young people, the king treated as a second-class citizen. And during that time, there was a crisis everywhere. But in that crisis, without paying attention, the king used to torture the people through his representative Chaudhry, especially Khagendra Rai Chaudhry, illegally, who became the Rai. Actually, he was supposed to be a Rai. In presence of, during the lifetime of another Rai, he cannot be a Rai. But with his some conspiracy, he get the support from the king and became illegally Rai. And the young people denied that one because it was not the rule. It was not according to the young customary law and society. And all those things, Ratnamani had inspired the people to rise up against the king's administration, but not against the king.
Okay.
So here is the place. This is the stone, very stone, historical place.
Where Ratan,
Yeah.
where he has
He worship here. He meditate here. He did here his meditation, and after meditation, he used to sit here.
Yeah.
Here. And here thousands of people every day they
Here.
come here. And here, after here thousands. And
This is the stone where Ratan
Ratan Mani Reang.
Ratnamani
And
has sat
yeah.
and
And
meditated.
another Rasprasad Reang. First, Rasprasad Chaudhry Reang. He used to write Chaudhry, but Reang. He was at the beginning. He was not at the side of Ratnamani, but later on, by spiritual call, he was called upon. Rasprasad Reang was called upon by Ratnamani, and at last he came here, and he was made a king of parallel government, a king of parallel government for Reang. And in this very place, in front of the 20,000 of people,
Here.
Rasprasad Reang was made chief, king
Oh.
by the Ratnamani. And under Rasprasad Reang, there are 5 ministers. There were 5 ministers.
Actually,
Yeah.
that was
This is the place, very place.
but it is still hidden.
Hidden.
Yes.
Okay.
Soon, Ratnamani became popular and gained momentum. The Bru chief, Rai, reported upon Ratnamani's rebellious act of not willing to pay tax to the Maharaja. Since then, Ratnamani had to flee to forest with his followers and soon realizes that they would be arrested for their actions. At last, Ratnamani was arrested and was punished to death at the Maharaja's place.
Ratnamani inhabited place you can see here where he has worked, where he has done penance, and he has been stayed here for longer duration. During his period, he has he himself has declared as the kingdom. Kingdom, and he has administrated parallel to the government, the king, parallel to the government of the king, and
Rasprasad Reang.
Rasprasad Reang, and there was more than 20,000 people have assembled here during 1942. 43.
Yeah.
So during those 20,000 people means it is a big gathering during this. So this is one of the important place among the Reang tribe. It should be made as a worship place or a place of historical importance. That this place should be preserved as an important place for among the Reang tribes, and also it should be made as an archaeologically important place, and it should be preserved cultural heritage, a place of cultural heritage. It should be preserved. That is to be taken up with immediately. That is my submission to the government of India and also the state government and the people of India to preserve this cultural heritage which the Reang people possess from generations since last 400 years. These people fought against the Britishers. These people fought against the Muslims. These people fought against the other evils which are been done by the local kings, which are really they are the freedom fighters of India. They are the fighters. They are the cultural heritage for India. So I request that this place should be preserved as a cultural heritage place
For the Reang community.
for the Reang community.
Another important. And during that time,
I hope you have seen and acquired the knowledge about Ratanmani Reang, who fought for the tribals of Reang, the place where he lived and where he done penance, and a revolution where he has started, and he has fought against the British and Mughal people. This is one of the importance of the Tripura revolts by the Ratanmani Reang. Thank you for viewing this channel. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write to my email. Thank you very much.
Good people here, and also I thank here the natives of these villages who are here for giving me the support in producing the document. I thank these traditional women who
Forward it to your friends to understand the living cultures of Indian people and their way of life. Thank you very much. Thank you.